up? My name is Ange. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be trying to read a book in one sitting. More so like one sitting, meaning like all day today. Like I'm gonna have to stop and start again, but the book that I'm going to try and read is The Idea of You by Robin Lee. I am choosing this book because I recently just finished The Idea of You movie, which stars Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galtzine. I think Galitzine. If you don't know him, like, you know him. I just don't know how to say his name. Galitzine. He plays Hayes Campbell and Anne Hathaway plays Celine. I think that's how you say it. Celine? Celine? So, the main girl, right? The mom. So, I loved that movie. I bought the book intending to read the book first and then watch the movie. However, do you want to know what I didn't do? I didn't read the book first. So we're going to read the book now because I really enjoyed that movie, and now I need to read the book. So if you don't know this story, this one is about Celine. She's a 39-year-old owner of an art gallery in Los Angeles, and she's reluctant to take her daughter Isabel to meet her favorite boy band. But since her divorce, she's eager to be closer than ever to Isabel. The last thing she expects is to make a connection with one of the members of the world-famous August Moon. Hayes Campbell is clever, winning, confident, and posh, and the attraction is immediate. But he is all of 20 years old. I think in the movie he's 24. A series of clandestine trysts, I can't read, evolves into a passionate and genuine relationship. Celine and Hayes' journey spans continents as they navigate each other's worlds, from stadium tours to international art fairs to hideaways in Paris and Miami. For Celine, it is reclaiming of self as well as a rediscovery of happiness and love. When Celine and Hayes' romance becomes a viral sensation and both she and her daughter become targets of rabid fans and insatiable media, Celine must face how romantic life has impacted the lives of those who she cares about most. I'm going to see how long this is going to take me to read. I'm going to just try and read the entire thing. This is going to be a spoiler-free reading vlog, so I'm just going to give like random updates. Don't know how long this video is even going to be. It's really hard for me to make reading vlogs of like a singular book. Maybe like a series would be easier without spoilers because I feel like there's nothing for me to talk about. But you know what? I will warn you if there are going to be spoilers at all. I looked it up. It said that this book should take the average reader about 6.5 hours to read. It is 10:16 at the time of me filming this, so I think that I'd be able to do it in not that long. We shall see. It is 372 pages. So, I don't know. We'll see how long it takes me. It doesn't look like it's gonna be horrible. I think I'm gonna guesstimate that it's gonna take me 5 hours of reading time to do this. So let's read. Let's get into it. Already so different. Do I love it? Do I hate it? I definitely should have read this first. Too late now, so let's keep it going. I got the pronunciation of her name. It's Solène because she's French. I completely forgot that when I was watching the movie. I forgot how they pronounced it, so ignore me. Pretend that I was right. But it's Solène. Also, so many things are different right off the bat. Kind of like the way that the movie did it better. However, I'm 12 pages into it. Like, we jumped right into it. In the movie, we didn't jump right into it like that. Do I like the way the movie did it better because I just like that better than this? Or is it because I watched that first? And if I did it the other way around, would I have liked this better? Because now I can't think of any other way. Like, now I'm comparing the book to the movie instead of vice versa. I don't know. I'll check back in when I'm at like 50 pages or so. I'll see you then. It's 11 o'clock. I am 50 pages in. I'm in the middle of a chapter, but I said that I would check in at 50, so I'm checking in at 50. Really, the only things that I can say, just like I said before, because this is non-spoiler, is that it's so different from the movie. I really just think that I like the way the movie was going more. Like, I liked the progression better, if that makes sense. Especially, like, the first meeting and things like that, but it doesn't mean this is bad. I think I just liked that way more. Also, he feels more immature here, and I don't know if it's because he's 20 in the book, and I believe he was 24 in the movie, but he just feels like they feel more immature. And I'm not loving her. I loved her in the movie, so I don't know. I'm having, like, mixed feelings. I'm gonna maybe read to like page 100 and then I'm going to move spots, make this a little more interesting, not just be in my bed the entire time, but we will see. I am 95 pages in. It is 11:45, so I'm like, looks roughly like little less than like a third of the way through. I am downstairs now. I tried to get a different scenery, get out of my bed and read somewhere else, because later on when it gets a little bit nicer, I'm gonna try and read outside. However, even though it's super nice outside and the temperature is great, because I live on the water and it's windy, it's a little bit harder because it's colder. So we're just gonna read for a little bit longer, try and really get through this, and then later on I'm going to try and read outside and finish off the book. But I got my coffee here, my giant coffee, which like, I'm trying not to get sugar in my coffee. This has nothing to do with the book. I am trying to not get sugar in my coffee, so it's not like whatever, it's just French vanilla iced coffee with cream, but like, I don't know, without spoiling it, I just feel like Hayes in the book is very, very young and like immature, and I get the whole thing is that he's young and she's an older woman, but like, do we have to keep comparing him like, oh, his skin is as soft as a baby? It's like, I'm getting the ick. Getting the ick a little bit, but we're gonna keep going. Her friend, whose name I Lulit, L-U-L-I-T, her friend who she owns the gallery with. I love her. Her friend is awesome. She's like talking to her friend about it. Gosh, her friend is amazing. Update. I'm 150 pages in. It is 1 o'clock. I took a small break, so I feel like I'm reading slower, but I mean, like, I'm mostly almost halfway, and there's, like I said, 370 pages. I'm on 149 technically, so let's do the math real quick. 149 minus 370. I have 221 pages left, which is not a lot, especially because the words are big. It really is a fast read. So just a comment on how I'm feeling so far. I don't normally say this, but I think I love the movie more than this book. Typically, and it's not really because I watched the movie first. I think that this just has a different view on it, and you don't get like all the thoughts and feelings in the movie, and I think that that's why this translates differently to me. Like, it's just looked at a little differently, if that makes any sense at all. It makes sense inside my head, but I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I have heard this. These are the rumors. Is this based off of One Direction and Harry Styles is Hayes, or am I wrong? If so, I believe that Louis Tomlinson, Louis is Oliver in the book. I'm assuming. I don't know. I think it's still like good. It's just not. I just honestly, like, I love the movie more. officially hit the halfway point. Page 185. It is 2 p.m. I totally got this. Totally got this. Now this is gonna switch, like if this was how my videos normally go, this would switch to like 3 days from now where it's like I totally don't got this, I never finished the book. But this is not gonna be that video. We are going to finish this book. Change locations again on page 204, so we are a good portion of the way through the book. Just a little bit sick of sitting at the counter, so now we're on the couch. Then we're gonna finish the book outside at some point. I definitely just want to sit, read, get through, and everything. Some thoughts and comments and whatever is this one, unless I just misunderstood the movie timeline. The movie kind of made it seem like it wasn't that long of a period of time, unless I just was misunderstanding it. But I think it kind of happened like throughout the summer that Isabel was at summer camp. But here it's like really long time that this is going on. But unless again I just misunderstood and didn't know, but whatever. It's way different. But I mean, it's what usually happens when books are adapted to movies. I'll be honest with you real quick. 250 pages in of 370, so I have roughly 120 pages left. I am fading and I am fading quickly. However, I am determined to finish this. I will finish this book soon. But laying here on this couch, I just, the sleepiness is coming on. So I'm gonna have to move soon. It just got extremely dark in here the minute I turned on the camera. But anyway, the point of this clip was going to be, whose bright idea was this to read a book in one sitting? Or in one day? Whose bright idea was this? It totally was not me. So, you wanna know how I feel right now? Like this. I'm gonna sit here, like this. Look, it's me. Trying to line up my face with her. Am I lined up? I'm tired. And I'm kind of bored. It is so different from the movie. So different. I know it's like my only thing, but like. By the way, we have 100 pages left, and then the book is done. It's 3:20. I don't know how great the lighting is. It's kind of like hazy and bright, and I feel like this is such like terrible angle and just like everything. But my backyard is like kind of on display because I live on the water, so just putting up the camera is a little scary. So I don't love to do that, but just wanted to drop in and tell you I have 50 pages left. There was like one comment that I didn't love, that obviously this might be somewhat of a spoiler, so skip ahead like 20 seconds or so. so he has like an obsession with like her mouth. Like we're always bringing up like her mouth. Like, oh, you have beautiful lips, this, whatever. And then he looks at her daughter, her 13-year-old daughter, if she got her braces off, it's mine that, and is like, oh my God, she has your mouth. I was like, ew. Like that sounds weird. Like just ew. I don't know. Let's just keep reading. I have 10 pages left. Oh my gosh, it's so loud in this backyard, but I have 10 pages left. I'm gonna read with you now, and then in a little bit I'm gonna like collect my thoughts and finish up this video. But 10 pages, let's read together. Had to move spots to finish this, but I have like 3 pages left, so let's finish.
Ducks were bullies.
I'm gonna leave us alone. It was their backyard, not mine. Theirs, apparently. Whoa. Okay. Let me end this clip. Let me think for a second. And then let's talk about my thoughts on the book. The non-spoiler review of the book. Then a total spoiler review of the book and the movie and everything. Because I know you shouldn't compare them, but I'm going to compare them. So let's talk. So non-spoiler review of this book, I think that I would give it like probably like 3 stars because it was by no means bad. It wasn't my favorite thing ever, but I loved the idea of it. But I don't know, I just felt like, first of all, we know he's young, we know she's an older woman. However, I felt like he was portrayed as very immature a lot of the time, and I don't know if that was on purpose. Like everyone kept calling him the mature one, but he's felt to me like he was either like acting like an adult or he was acting very, very young, and I don't know, that's kind of like how he was coming off to me. And I felt like she was more into the physical part of anything with him, even though they were saying in the book how like, oh, she really loved him and she felt this way for him and she can't stand the thought of him with anybody else and blah 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 blah. But like I feel like the physical things were way more focused on, so I didn't like love that. But that's the best I think I can say for the non-spoiler review. So if you have to end here because you're gonna read this or you're gonna watch the movie, then thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. But now into the spoiler part. So spoiler review, complete spoiler review. I'd still give this 3 stars. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was great. Now I did watch the movie like I explained earlier on. I feel like, I don't say this often, but I think that I loved the movie more, but it was way, 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 way different. I preferred the way that they met in the movie because I felt like it was more, is organic the right way? Like when she walked into his trailer not knowing who he was, just looking for the bathrooms, then compared to this where they really did meet at the meet and greet, and then compared to the movie they met again at the meet and greet, and that's where all those things happened. I felt like their connection was stronger in the movie. It didn't feel like there was such a big age gap when you were watching the movie. In this, like I said before, he felt very immature and she felt very old. Like it kind of was like she had all the power. Like I felt like he was like just crying, and I felt like he felt so strongly like, I'm gonna just quit the band. Like I'm just gonna do this so that we can be together. Now, he made a comment about he keeps talking about her mouth and how he loves her mouth and her lips and oh my god, you're so pretty, blah blah blah. But then he made a comment when Isabel got her braces off about, oh my god, she has your mouth. And I was like, I feel like that's weird. She was like 13. And it's like, I feel like that's weird because we keep talking about her mouth. And I just felt like a lot of things were like left off the table here. Like, they kept like bringing things up and then they would take it back again, if that makes any sense. I don't even know. The ending on this one, I'm really surprised about because, again, spoiler, she just like completely ended things here where it was like, he was texting her for calling her for months after in the beginning of every day multiple times, although I would not answer. And he texted at first often and then every few days or so. It went on for months, these little messages that would paralyze me and to which I resisted responding because I had made a choice. And then one day they stopped, long before I had stopped loving him. And then the book ends. In the movie, and I don't know if they were like prepping for like a second movie or what they were trying to do, but it was like, in 5 years, come back to me, or in 5 years, maybe we can try this again or whatever. Don't love that because I feel like it should have just ended, but at the same time I don't love this ending either because it's like, if you were so in love and whatever, could it really have just ended like that? Or was she really just more in it for like the physical aspect and again the idea of you? So all around, my thoughts on that is, I think the book portrayed more so the title than the movie did, if you're kind of catching what I'm trying to say. The idea of him, the young pop star, the boy band, oh, it's so fun jet setting across the world and doing this and doing that. The book portrayed that more. They're like, oh, this is a nice little fling, this is fun, I just got divorced and blah blah blah. The movie was more like, we have a connection and we're in love. So it kind of just depends on like which way you want to go about it. If you're new to my channel, I'm not an age gap person, so I don't particularly love that, but I know what I'm getting myself into. Like, it's not really like a surprise. But all around, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great. I did enjoy it, so that's great. I'm probably gonna go rewatch the movie again. Jess, Cameron, and I all bought this book at the same time together. So I am definitely going to hold all my feelings in until they finish this book and then we can all talk about it. But that brings this video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it and I will see you all next time. Bye!